Yo, what's up? Today is Monday and we are back with Pimp Game, the podcast where we highlight positive, intelligent, motivated people. Each and every single Monday, we are coming at you with it. Each and every single Monday, we got a special show for you guys. And what I'd like to say to you for now, to all my viewers out there, thank you for tuning in, as well as to all my YouTube people who love YouTube. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. That's right. You're going to go to I Am Kenny D and subscribe to the channel. And make sure you put on those notifications so when we upload videos, you are the first to get it. All right? So today, we got a special show for you guys. We are going to be talking about the death of Tyre Nichols. That's right. The untimely death of that man by the hands of police. I believe it was 4 or 5 black officers. We're going to be talking a little bit about that. As well as at 8:30, we got a special guest. He goes by the name of Anton Young. That's right. He is the owner and CEO of Struggle to Success clothing brand. He will be on the show at 8:30 to talk about what he has going on. All right? We are here on Pimp Game. So, let me say this to everybody. Hello, happy Monday, all of that. What do you guys feel about that situation with the cops? And I for one, I've been one to say, man, they have done a great job, or not, maybe not great job, but they've slowly but surely, they've been cleaning things up a little bit with cops and making sure that people are okay. It was so sad to me to see those brothers act that way to another brother. And regardless of color, they already had this dude locked up. They already had him, arrested, whatever you want to call it. And they're just going in on him. While he's locked up, he can't do anything like that. Those dudes was twice his size. It was bad. 5 black police officers to 1 man. Now, let me say this. I believe, and I don't know this firsthand, but I'm just saying, I believe sometimes when we work places, they have such a culture in there where it could throw you off. It could really throw you off in the sense that they may not be themselves. Some of those officers are not themselves when they go into the police force. Maybe they're someone else. And then once they go for training and all that stuff, they're a total different person. It doesn't justify what happened to Tyre Nichols. No, doesn't justify it. But I'm just saying, sometimes the cops, they're human. They go through things also, I'm sure. And I'm sure it's probably devastating things. It's almost like when you're in a war or something like that, when people go to Afghanistan, when they come back, they're a total different person. I believe that's how cops are. Where they're a total different person. And Tyre Nichols, to say it lightly, man, everyone, he was minutes away from his home when all of this happened, crying out for his mother, things of that nature. Now, these 5 officers, they've been put in jail. Allegedly, they got bond for them. They're out on bond now. And it's just so sad where I know as a society, I like to think we're making progress. But then you have something like this happen to the hands of your own brother who he looked just like you, looked just like me. We should want to see them live. How does a traffic stop turn into that? It makes no sense. If you ask me. If you ask me, it makes no sense. Let me know in the comments. What do you think about the Tyre Nichols situation? You feel like maybe he was insubordinate or maybe he didn't comply with the cops? What do you think? Put it in the comments. I think there's no place for it in our society. I believe those cops should go to jail. I don't know how much time they're going to do. But it's just unfortunate. For anybody, I don't care what color you are, I don't care if you Blackanese, Japan, Japanese, Chinese, white, black, Asian, whatever, Indian, Moroccan, whatever you are. It doesn't matter. I don't think, all of us are human. If someone gets cut today, everybody bleeds red. They bleed blood. Everybody, blood comes out of them. Everyone is human. No one is different. No one is different. And I don't think anyone should be treated in that fashion. You know? It's just not good. It's just not good. So, yo, if you are just joining us, we're live on the Pimp Game Podcast, and we are here talking about the untimely, the sudden death of Tyre Nichols. That's right, that was the young gentleman who was killed at the hands of 5 black police officers. And then at 8:30, we got a special guest. We got a special guest. He goes by the name of Anton Young. He is going to be on the show to talk about what he has going on. Alright? So, Tyre Nichols, he's out doing his thing. He's doing what he got to do. He calls the cops, I guess for whatever reason, and gets killed. And it's unfortunate. It's just unfortunate that we got to see this in our society. To the hands of the people that's supposed to be protecting you. To the hands of the people that's supposed to be protecting you. With Tyre Nichols. One cop was holding him. The other one was hitting him in the face. I mean, beating him to death. And look, I'll say a comment that Dick Gregory said. He said, you want to stop police officers from doing stuff like this and killing people regardless of the color? You attack their pockets, their insurance money. I don't know if we'll ever get to that point, but I think it's a great idea. I think it's a huge, great idea to do that. That way we stop this stuff. Now, I don't think you'll be able to stop it totally. Obviously, the world is big. You're going to have, of course, there's always going to be a couple of bad apples out there. But at least to dim the light, at least to get rid of some of the agony, the pain, the defeat. Because that got to be awful. To be a mother or a father and hear that, oh, my son or daughter just got killed by the very people that is supposed to be protecting society. Now, granted, let me say this. It's just not an easy job to go out there and be a cop. I don't think it's easy when you're out on the streets. But it always baffles me how some of them will say, I fear for my life. But yet you have a bulletproof vest on, yet you have a gun, yet you have a taser. You have all these things that maybe the civilian may not have. Now, I'm not saying they don't run into problems. I'm sure they do. But sometimes the civilian is just a civilian. He doesn't have that special training that they may have. He doesn't have the aim that they have for shooting and all this stuff. And some of the civilians just want to go home. They just want to go home. They don't want to deal with all of that, you know? And that's what I think. That's what I think. It is unfortunate that we have that going on. So, I'm getting ready to bring on our special guest. He goes by the name of Anton Young. I'm going to bring him on now on the Pimp Game Podcast. How you doing, man?
How you doing, sir?
I cannot see you.
Hold on. Can you see me now?
Not at all. Not at all. You got a place where there's some light in there?
Yeah, I'm trying to fix. Uh, uh,
All right, let me bring you back in. I'm going to bring you back in real quick. All right, we had a little technical difficulties with Anton Young. We are going to try to bring him back on the show. All right, let's stop.
Hello?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, but it's like bad reception in here.
Do you have an area that has a light where we can actually see you? Because I see a logo, but I don't see your actual face.
Uh, I got the light, but it's not.
So
You can
something's
hear me, you
off.
just can't see me.
I can't see you. I need to see you. We need to see you because we got viewers. Something's coming in now.
All right.
I can see you now. Much better. It's a little bit
Uh,
better. It's a little bit better.
oh, my
Can you hear
bad,
me?
my bad. Yeah, I can hear you.
I guess let's get started with the show. Welcome to the Pimp Game Podcast. We're going to do our best to get through this right here. So, I mentioned your name a little bit, but for those viewers out there who may not know you, just give us your name and tell us what you do in a couple of seconds.
So I have my own clothing line called Struggle to Success. Um, it started off with basically me going through my journey, trying to find myself, trying to figure out who I was, trying to figure out what's my purpose in life, you know.
Okay,
For the most part,
okay.
my 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 circle is small, my kids, my family always supported me in everything that I do. You know, they always believed in, my dreams. So for the most
All right.
part, it's more
Okay, okay.
dedication to them. This is really for them. My kids, Trent, Jarrell, Dakota, Aiden, they always supported me no matter what I did, no matter what my decisions was in life, they always supported me. So
Okay, okay, okay. All right, all right,
struggle
all
to
right, all right. I like that. I like that. So, if you just missed it, we are here live talking to Mr. Anton Young. That's right. He is the owner and CEO of Struggle to Success clothing brand. I love it. I am feeling it hard. All right, here on the Pimp Game Podcast. So, Anton, let me ask you. You mentioned you do all of this for your kids. You're putting food on the table. You're doing your thing. When did you fall in love in terms of just drawing? Like I've known you a little bit, but you're just good at drawing stuff. You got an eye for the arts. When did you fall in love with drawing?
So the first time I fell in love with drawing was I had a situation where um I got very my attitude wasn't the best, you know. So I was trying to find my way out of basically calming down, trying to cope with, relieving that anger. Nobody wants to be angry all day. Nobody wants to be angry through life. So I found my way through art. So I figured out how to draw, how to express myself through artistic, getting a pencil, paper, spray cans, anything I can get my hands on just to express the frustration I had within myself.
Okay, okay,
Um,
okay. I like that. I like
as,
that.
as the
So
years came about, yeah.
go ahead. And so real quick, let me ask you this though. Because you said you had a lot of anger going on. You used the pencil to kind of reflect on. That was your soft place. That was your place to kind of unwind and get the drawing out, things of that nature.
Yeah.
How did you like? Who taught you? Or did you start off drawing stick men like most of us, or you just came in just knowing how to draw, just looking at somebody and drawing their face, or maybe a cartoon character, or what have you? You're very talented. Who taught you how to draw, or is just all natural?
Nah, nobody really taught me how to draw. I did start off practicing with copying different characters, like, our old characters, Bugs Bunny, Daffy Duck, all them. So I would put a paper on top, start copying it. And then as time went along, you know, I decided to see if I could draw it on my own. You know, you wanna enhance whatever you like to do. You try to make it better. So you try to better yourself by trying to do it on your own. So it started off with copying it, putting the paper on top, tracing it, and then as time went on, I figured I could do it myself. I could draw it just by looking at it, or just memorizing how that picture looked.
Okay. 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 I like that. I like that. So let me ask you this. Because I know even for me, when I was drawing, when I was a young kid and stuff like that, it was tough out there for me drawing. One of the things I struggled with was drawing like somebody's nose. If I was trying to draw them, that was always like a dilemma for me in my head, in my brain. I just couldn't do the nose. I could do the ears, I could do the eyes, I could do the mouth, but the nose was the hardest part. What was the hardest part for Anton Young growing up drawing? What was the hardest part for you?
My hardest part was the eyes and the lips. Cause if you look at your eyes and your lips, they kind of form themselves. If you kind of draw a line from the pimple of your eye to the tips of your mouth, you'll see they're just kind of identical. It's a line straight down. So for me, like I said, it was the eyes and the mouth, because you got to make them line up at the same. If
Okay.
you look at yourself in the mirror, you know what I'm saying, and draw a line down, you'll see the pimple of your eye is the tip of your mouth on both sides.
Mm. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay. All right.
So that was difficult because you have to line both of the tips up.
Okay. All right. I like that. I like that. I like that. All right. Yo, if you are just joining us, we are live on the Pimp Game Podcast, and we are here with the infamous, the one and only Anton Young. That's right. He's the owner and CEO of Struggle to Success clothing brand. I love it. So, you're drawing. You're doing your thing. You drawing eyes. You doing noses. You doing mouths. You doing all of that. You doing cartoon characters. At what point did you decide, like, yo, I'm gonna start my own thing doing struggle to success?
Well, I started off in it's kind of, I don't want to say it's funny, but I started off as like, how can I make myself better? Why does this seem like it's a struggle? You know, how can I get to that white light to be successful? And then it just kind of kept playing in my head, man. This is a struggle trying to be better. You know, everybody has a gift. Everybody has a talent. Everybody has that one little thing that they're good at. You know, that they want to be bigger than their self. You know, so for me, it was like, man, I'm tired of struggling. I'm tired of struggling. You know what I'm saying? You know, I want to be better. And it wasn't just for people to know me. It was just for me to be better for myself. You know, I got kids, and I want them to be looking at me and say, man, I'm proud of you. You know, so it's not just for them, it's for me too. You know, my family, my sisters, everybody. You know, you want to be better than the person you used to be. So
Right.
struggling, you go through it, you know, but at the end of the day, you want to be successful. Everybody does. You got to find that niche that's going to make you successful. You know what I
Facts,
mean?
facts,
So
facts.
so
Okay.
yeah, I could say that's where all this kind of starts from. You know, everybody is tired of struggling, you know, but you got to find out what's in you. This will take you out from to take you out from struggling. What's going to take you to be successful?
Okay. So we struggle to success. I know you're a family man. You got kids. You got a family going on. Out of your kids, who do you see following in Anton Young's footsteps? Maybe drawing some noses. Maybe it might be a tattoo artist. Whatever. Which one of your kids do you see maybe possibly following in the footsteps of Anton Young?
Mm. I you know what? I can't say just one. All of them got that inner artistic skill. All of them. Everybody has a different artistic skill. You know, my
Okay.
daughter, she has water paint. She can draw, you know, a whole face off of memory. My son, he has that cartoon, you know, energy. He has that artistic skill where he could do cartoons. My middle child, Trent, you know, he has a ability to, you know, draw what he feels. My oldest one, you know, he feels like his sister. They can memorize what they see and draw it out.
Mm,
So no,
okay. I like that.
everybody has that their talent. You know, everybody has that one little specific inner what is the word? Inner skill. I guess I could say that. So nobody has one basic skill. I can't just pick one. All of them have it. All of them.
Okay, okay. All right, I like that. So let me ask this, because I've always wondered this, because I don't know, I'm ignorant to it, or whatever you want to call it, or what have you. They got paintings out there, they got drawings out there. They always talking about, I always hear the word abstract. And every time I hear the word abstract, I'm like, oh, okay, yeah. But I never knew what the hell it was. Tell us right here, what's up with what is it for a picture or a painting to be abstract? What does that mean in your world?
Abstract. Um. Well, when you say abstract, you kind of you base yourself when you say abstract. You moving forward. You you trying to see what else you are capable of doing. when you abstract. You're trying to take a different skill that you learned already and then trying to enhance it with another skill that you're trying to learn when you trying to abstract. You know, it could be multiple things when you abstract. It's nothing specific.
Okay.
We would be on for hours if you want to really be technical about when you say abstract. It's no specific uh it's no specific section about abstract.
Okay.
Yeah,
All right. I
it
like
would
that.
be
I like
it
that.
would be more it would be more. We would really have to really sit down and actually talk about it.
So,
Oh,
in
okay.
terms of
I got you. Abstract usually visual language and shapes and forms. If that kind of
okay,
help you.
okay. All right. So in terms of all of that, let me ask you this, because you are good at drawing. Do you see yourself, or do you see Struggle to Success partnered up with Damon Dash and some of these big art uh, people who might put your stuff in a museum somewhere, some type of art gallery or whatever? Do you see Struggle to Success not getting to that point, but do you foresee you guys putting yourself in that type of realm, that type of arena, putting your stuff in the major leagues, in the big leagues, in the museums, in the art shows and things of that nature in the near future?
Yes. If they give me the opportunity, yes. Because that's the move. That's the whole object. You know, you wanna you wanna be remembered, for what you've done to change lives. You wanna be that one person that say, man, I can remember that dude. I remember what he did for other people to, make things different. He didn't think about just himself. He thought about other people. So I could
Okay.
say if they gave me the opportunity, yeah, I would definitely take it without a doubt.
I like that. I like that. I like that. Okay. All right. Yo, if you are just joining us, we're live on the Pimp Game Podcast. We're here with the one and only Anton Young. That's right. He's the owner and CEO of Struggle to Success clothing brand. I love it, doing his thing in the DMV area. So, Anton, let me ask you this. You're good at drawing cartoon characters. You're good at putting things on shirts, things of that nature. Do you see yourself maybe, or maybe you're doing it now and I don't know, you see yourself maybe doing tattoos for people? Because that's very popular now. Dutches, and you see Black Ink. Got somebody do. She did my tattoo. She's in the DMV. She goes by the name of Chris Montana. She's dope too. Do you see yourself also maybe doing tattoos in the near future?
Sure. Anything that can show that, my artistic skill, I would love to put my all into it. You don't want to do anything and not put your all into it. So when I see, tattoos and different stuff like that, yeah, sure, I would love to give the opportunity to show what I can do, you know, whatever it is. Cause you want to show how good you are. I don't want to limit myself to nothing. Whether it's pen, paper, pen, pencil, airbrush, tattoos, anything. You want to show people what you got and don't limit
Mhm.
yourself to nothing.
Okay, I like that. I like that. I like that. Don't limit yourself. I love it. So let me ask this. What's the hardest project that Anton Young has had to work on in your time of doing shirts and doing all of these drawings? What would you say for you was the hardest project you had to work on when you look back and say, dang, that was a tough one, but I made it through it, but that was a tough project that I had?
Doing faces. Yeah, that's been a real struggle because you want to be precise. You want to have the angles right. You don't want to make a false move and make the head too big or the eyes and the mouth, one side bigger than the other. So I would say, faces was like a a, a challenge. I could say it's a challenge to draw faces because some are plain, some got more definition than others. Some more different to where some big, some fat, some small. So my challenge to get better is doing faces. That's the whole object of
I
it.
like that. Okay, I like that. I like that. I like that. So, for that young girl out there who might want to do their own struggle to success clothing brand, do art, for that young dude out there who wants to do their own struggle to success, do some art for themselves as well, start their own company like Anton Young, what would you say in terms of a pitfall? What would you say is something they need to watch out for if they want to get into the art game and do shirts and drawings for people? What would they need to watch out for?
The negativity. You got to believe in yourself. You got to know that you could do it no matter what somebody tells you. You're not going to have nobody behind your back that say, oh man, you did good. You could do this. You're going to be out there alone. You got to push it within. You got to push it for yourself. You can't worry about what people say. You can't worry about the negativity. Because if you worry about that, then you're not going to move forward. And then, most of all, you got to practice. Practice, practice, practice. If you don't,
Okay.
you're not going to be able to get better. Practice does make perfect.
Facts, 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 facts. Okay. So I asked you what's some pitfalls they got to watch out for. What would you say to that young girl or young guy out there that's positive about getting into the art game? If they want to do drawings, they want to do shirts, things of that nature. What would you say to them on the flip side that's positive that if they get into the game, you say, you know what? You got to do this if you get into the game.
Motivate yourself. You gotta know what you're doing. Don't be afraid to take criticism. Take it all within. And move it to a positive. Move it to a positive. Different
Okay.
pieces. Never give up. Things like that. Don't give up, and no matter what nobody tells you, always believe in yourself and always believe in God.
I like that. I like that. I like that. You heard it from the GOAT himself. Always believe in God. Anton Young put his stamp on things. So let me ask you this. In terms of an idol, is there an idol that you have out there that's into the arts, that's a real good designer in terms of arts that you look up to? If who is that person that you've always looked at and said, dang, I want to do it like them, or maybe even have a better career than they do, but you really look up to them as an artiste in your world? Who's that person?
I really did have one.
Okay.
Because I really never felt that I had to look up to somebody to believe what I could do, and not talking negative about anybody, but I just put that to a point where I had to believe in myself to know that I could do it. Like I said, it's not to disgrade nobody. You got to believe in you. As long as you believe in yourself, then you could do anything, no matter what anybody say.
I like
And
that. I like
then
that. Okay.
I got a higher power that believes in me. So as long as he believes in me, I could be unstoppable. I can't be unstoppable, because I believe in myself and I believe in him.
So let me ask this. With you drawing and you having that ultimate confidence, you just live when it comes to the pencil and the paper, doing your thing with the drawing. Has anybody in your family, maybe your kids, maybe a girl that you have, something like that, a wife, whatever, have they ever come to you and said, I ain't feeling that, Anton. You could do better with that picture. Maybe you need to do it like this. Maybe you need to do it like that. Has anybody ever come and told you, like, yo, you could do better with that drawing?
Yeah. I had a young lady that always pushed me. She always never just told me what I wanted to hear. She always told me, you know, you could do this better. I need you to take your time. Be patient. You know, it is one young lady that always, when I say always, she always made sure that I pushed it. You know, she never let me sell myself short, you know, and she was never the one that just told me what I wanted to hear. She always kept it real, kept it 100. Yeah, so I have had one person that does that.
I like that. I like that. Cause we always get people that push us to the max, even though we think our work is dope, we think our work is good. There's always that person who'll be like, I ain't feeling it. You need to go back to the drawing board. You could do better than this. You're better than this. So let me ask you, we talked about it earlier on in the show before we brought you on about the whole incident with Tyree Nichols, his sudden death with those cops. In a couple of seconds, tell us, what do you think about that situation? What's your thoughts on that whole situation with him dying like that at the hands of the cops who are supposed to be protecting us in this society?
Say that last part for me one time.
So Tyree Nichols, he just passed away, black guy. He died at the hands of 5 black cops who beat him to death, quote unquote. What's your thoughts on that?
Man, my thoughts is everybody is responsible for their own actions. They was wrong. You know, it shouldn't took 5 cops, you know, to put their hands on one man, you know, and how they use their authority, that's wrong. You know, that's just totally wrong in too many ways. You know, that situation could have went differently. You know, you didn't have to do that to that man. You really didn't. You know, everybody is accountable for their own actions and, you know, what their decisions are. That should have went differently. And how they abuse their law enforcement isn't right. It's not right.
Mhm.
You know.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. That is facts. So let me ask this. I gotta ask you this before I let you go. You have a look to you. I've always thought you look like, I think what's his name, Gary Coleman. Have you ever been out where people thought you were him and they wanted to get pictures with you? Maybe you charged for the pictures, or have any movie company contact you, said, yo, we love your look. You look like Gary Coleman. What's up? Has that ever happened to you? Tell us right now here on the Pimp Game Podcast.
I wouldn't say I have people say, you know, yeah, you look like Gary Coleman or anything. I've had that, you know, it turned into a joke. Was crazy about it, but I ain't had nobody tell me yet. I need your autograph, you know what I'm saying? Let me get a picture. Nah, but if I had a Jonas session, man, you know, you look like Gary Coleman, and you know, it was good laughing, but I ain't really never had nobody be like, man, I need your autograph because you look like this dude in Hollywood that look just like Gary Coleman, you know. So nah, it's cool though, but it was always funny though. Me, it was always funny.
Okay. Cool. All right. So, if somebody wants to get in contact with Anton Young, be some new fans out there, people who don't know who you are, but now they're on board, they might want you to do a t-shirt for them. Maybe they want you to do some type of drawing for them to put on in their house or their apartment, whatever. How do they get in contact with Anton Young?
Fastest way, you can email me, youngak95@gmail, or you can just hit me up on Instagram, struggle to success _3.
Okay. I like that. You can reach out to Anton Young. So, also, to your fans out there who've been rocking with you since you've been doing shirts when you were young, all of that, they seeing you now doing your thing and doing all the drawings, the mouth, the nose, the ears, all of that, the legs, t-shirts, all of that. With your fans, any final thoughts for your fans before we sign off on Pimp Game?
For everybody. Uh, like I heard one dude say the other day. He also does t-shirts and everything. You know, never give up on yourself. Never give up on your dreams. You know, you'll be able to do it, but everything has a time. Everything has time. You know, gotta learn patience, learn to listen, learn how to take negative criticism and positive criticism, and just motivate yourself, and believe in yourself, and most of all, believe in the man upstairs.
I like that. I like that. Very, very powerful. Believing the man upstairs. We all need to do that. So, you know I got to give it to you. Tell us, everybody, who you chilling with?
I'm chilling with Kenny D on the Pimp Game podcast.
All right. Yo, and that concludes our show for this evening. Before I let you go, I'd like to thank everybody for tuning in, as well as my YouTube lovers out there. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Make sure you go to I Am Kenny D and turn those notifications on so when we upload videos, you are the first to get it. And also, we'd like to thank Anton Young, the infamous, the one and only true hustler. This dude is nice with the art. We'd like to thank him for blessing us with his presence. All right? We got you. So, tune in next time on Pimp Game. You don't want to miss it. Holla.
Audio Jungle.